Hi guys, it's Megan. Welcome back to the Charm Prairie. So guys, I am in line for my very first Walmart pickup haul. I have wanted to do this for a while, but never fit into, I never made it happen. Well, now I haven't been to town for 3 weeks and I need to go grocery shopping. So guess what I did? I pulled out Walmart grocery app. So far, not too bad. I have done a Walmart pickup and I also did a Sam's pickup. So I'm starting with Walmart. I'm waiting for that. So far so good, I guess. I have not been to my larger town that has like Sam's and Walmart in a month. I don't know when that's ever happened before. We have been really good at self-quarantining at the moment. I guess my feelings are that I am able to stay home, and I know that's like a gift and a privilege that I do not take lightly or for granted. But I do understand that there's people who have to get out and live their lives. They have to work. They have to do their thing. And I feel that if I don't have to, then I can be respectful and I can stay out of the way. I don't have to add to the noise, to the madness, to the germs. I don't have to be there if I don't need to. So I've done really well and I've stayed out of it. I have gone to my local town a couple times for groceries, but I didn't realize it until I looked on the calendar, and that had been 3 weeks ago. So I've kind of gone down the quarantine rabbit hole where I've like forgotten what time existed. All that to say, it was time for fresh food. I still have had lots of like frozen vegetables at home, so we weren't completely like, we're not getting scurvy yet, but it was time for fresh stuff. So I made my 2 pickups and I'm just waiting to get it. So I'm parked and waiting. There's like a buttload of people here waiting, so it's gonna be a little bit. I don't know where I am on the roster of people, but I'm just chilling out in my car watching everybody else. I keep seeing like, how are they doing it? Like, are they getting out of their cars? Are they talking to people? Do you have to get out and greet your person that's coming with your groceries? Because I don't want to. There are some people with masks and gloves, so I'm not gonna be out of line when I throw on my face mask. So some of my provisions that I brought with me, I made this mask over the weekend. I actually made several attempts, but this is the one that fits me the nicest, even though, can we talk about what is going on with my ears? That's cute, but we don't care, right? I feel no shame wearing this mask or that my ears look like this. No shame. No shame. I've also brought with me my bottle of alcohol just in case I need to spray it at something or someone. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't spray this at people. Or would I? No, I wouldn't. Just in case I need it. And I also brought my wipes just in case. Because seriously, with this kind of situation, you can never be safe enough. And I also have my, you see, I also have my hand sanitizer, which, for the record, I always keep this in the car. So, those are just the things that I've come equipped with. I'm ready for this. Oh, last thing, I didn't have any gloves, but I saw a thing where you could put like the sandwich baggies in case you needed like to touch something quick. I did something better. I have these bread bags that are like big and huge, so you can really like grab onto stuff just in case. Now I know that I wouldn't like do anything serious with touching with that, but just in case. You want to be prepared. There's a man who's getting out of his car and is like walking to somebody else's car, and it's like, don't jump out of your life raft, buddy. Get back in the car. Back in the car. They don't want you up in their window. Serious. So I'm slightly concerned with the organization that's going on around here. The people bring out the stuff and literally walk up and down the parking lots asking, and then they asked, like, they said my name, and I said, yes, that's me. And they opened up my trunk to put my stuff in there. And then they're like, are you Alice? I'm like, no, you just asked me if my name is Megan. That's someone else's stuff. Maybe she had better stuff than I ordered. I don't know, but I want my stuff. I in no way want to sound like I'm complaining, because these guys are working super hard, and I'm very grateful for them. I just want my stuff. I am also now 13 minutes late to pick up my Sam's Club order, so I'm hoping that I don't put it back. I don't know how that works. Like, come on. I'm hoping to at least be there before they close. So I'm not was not trying to be rude at all, but I did have to call because it's been almost 2 hours since I got my text message that my order was done. So I did just call and say, what's the holdup? Is there any reason why it hasn't come out yet? I've been waiting here for over an hour, and it's been almost 2 hours since my order said it was ready. So anyway, they said my order's there. They're gonna bring it out. So hopefully we can get this. I'm just worried about Sam.
Okay, it's very clearly the next day. It got really late for me. My order did not come out, and I finally had to leave to go to Sam's to get my pickup because it was like 15 minutes to closing. So I had to go to Sam's, grab my order, and then come back. And I don't know what the deal was. I mean, I understand that they're busy, that they were swamped with people, but I had called a couple times just to see. 3 times I was told that my order was ready and they would bring it right out. And they never did. So I don't know. I could have just gone at a bad time. Maybe if I tried to set up a time for earlier in the day, that was just kind of what it fit in my schedule. As far as my experience, besides having to wait so long at Walmart, it was nice. They just brought everything out, put it right in the back of my car. I didn't even have to get out. I didn't have to come in contact with anyone, nothing. That was great. I only had one substitution there, and that was for the chicken broth that I had ordered. They were out, and so they just gave me a different one. Actually, I think it was the same brand. It was just a different size. So cool. That's awesome. I'm really happy with that. Sam's, you do have to go in to the building to get your thing. That's the only downfall from Sam's. I really wish you could just pull up, tell them you're there, and they'd bring it out to you. That would be ideal. Sam's, work on that. Otherwise, it was easy. I walked in and said I was there for my order. They brought it out to me. I didn't have to show any cards. I didn't have to do anything. They handed me my receipt. I walked out. Super easy. Really, the only thing they didn't have was chicken. I had ordered like 4 different kinds of chicken just to have it on hand, and they didn't have any of it. So that was a little disappointing. But other than that, I got all of my veggies. I got all my dairy. I got everything that I wanted besides my chicken. So I'm really happy with that. Now, my plan was this is gonna be like a month-long stock up. It was kind of chaotic doing it that way, as far as it's a lot of food to deal with at one time. Especially when you're trying to make sure that you are sanitizing, wiping down, doing those kinds of things. Just a disclaimer, I am sanitizing my groceries. And this is why. I'm gonna just tell you quick, my little opinion. I've read stuff that says you don't need to sanitize your groceries. It's a hoax. It's no facts are proven that the virus comes in on your groceries. And then I've read stuff that says you should, it lives a long time. You need to make sure that you are disinfecting, wiping down your stuff, especially since the cold doesn't kill it. So your freezer food, fridge, it's not gonna do anything to the virus. So my feelings on it are that if it's crazy, if it doesn't work, if that's just like you're that crazy person, worst case scenario, all you're gonna do is run out of disinfectant or use an outrageous amount of disinfectant. That is the worst case scenario. On the other flip side, if the virus does come in that way, if you should be wiping down your groceries and you don't, the worst case scenario is that you're gonna get sick. And I feel it's like wearing a mask. Does it help? Does it not? It's not going to kill you to do it. Where not wearing a mask might actually. I don't know. That is just my opinion for what it's worth. Yeah, so I was really glad that I did it this way. I am gonna do probably a Target mail haul, like I'll order online to get a few other staple pantry items throughout the month. But this was to get all of my fresh fruits and dairy and veggie for the month. And it went over well. Okay, so I'm not gonna do a full haul and show you what I got because I disinfected stuff last night, disinfected stuff this morning, still have stuff sitting in my car. It's kind of my cold storage right now to kind of keep stuff because it's cool here. Like vegetables and stuff are not gonna go bad in my car. And also pantry stuff that can just sit there for a while. It's fine, they can be in there. So I'm not gonna do a haul, but what I did for my monthly grocery shopping is that I don't meal plan. It stresses me out. I'm just gonna be honest. Meal planning is not my jam. I've tried a lot. If you hear a lot of paper rustling, I have a really busy child running around here. Anyway, meal planning is not my jam. So what I do is I make sure that I am stocked with all of the pantry things that I need to make meals. Now, if we decide, like normally, if there's something like a specific meal that we want to, then when I go grocery shopping, I will buy the stuff for that. But mostly what I do is I make sure I'm stocked with my dairy. So that's milk, cottage cheese, sour cream, cheese, all of those dairies, heavy cream. Can't live without heavy cream. Butter. And then I make sure that we have pantry staples like pasta, tomato sauce, all of our seasonings, rice, beans, all that stuff. I make sure that we have a good supply of that. And I also make sure I have all of my baking items. So flour, yeast, oil, baking powder, salt, all of those things that I can cook with, I make sure I have those things. So that way I always have things on hand that I can make meals out of. I can always make soups, pastas. Also, I like to keep a large supply of meats, frozen veggies, canned vegetables when I'm gardening. When I'm gardening, I have a lot of canned vegetables. I don't really buy canned vegetables unless I have made them myself. I don't buy them. That way so basically I make sure that I keep things stocked in each of like the food group categories. When I keep stuff stocked in all the food group categories, you can always have meals. So when I did my haul, I did not buy pre-made items. I bought whole ingredients to make things. It's cheaper, your money goes farther, and then you can make things according to how you need them throughout the week. So for anticipation of our grocery shopping today, I have been making sure that we are cleaning out the fridge. There's not very much in there. We still have plenty of food like in the freezer and stuff, but I just wanted to make sure that this was cleaned out and ready to go. So when I come home with my groceries, they've got homes to go to. So here is everything after it has been stocked. I'm gonna do a little rearranging to get ready for put my vegetables in here. Some of the butter and cheese that's in here is gonna go down into the freezer for later. So quickly, I did want to share this with you. I did a Sam's Club ship order. So this is stuff that I ordered online and it got mailed to me. And if you are a Sam's Club like Plus member, you get that service for free, which is really awesome. And I wanted to try it out just to see how it worked. So some of the things you had to buy 2 of, and that was okay because they're like stock up items that we always use, so they're not like hoarded items or things that aren't going to be wasted. First, coffee, and this was an item that you had to get 2, which is okay. This is my husband's favorite coffee. Honestly, he pretty much now refuses to drink anything else, but I like it too. You had to buy 2 of these lemon juices, so I have 4 of those. Again, that's fine. I like to put it in my water. I'll use it when canning, and I also have like a lemon muffin recipe that I really like. And when we make lemonade, I really rather make it with this. I'd rather have my kids drinking like this and actual sugar than the fake artificial stuff. And this is something that's just gonna go in the food storage for a while. It's this cheese sauce. I like never buy this, but I thought that it's something that could sit on my shelf and it could like dress up food if we really needed it. Like we have a ton of beans. We could eat very well on beans and rice, but something like this would just kind of like put a little pizzazz in the monotony of it. So I thought that's something that will hold out on hand. I can make like mac and cheese, broccoli cheese soup, put it with our beans. I mean, whatever, that's a lot. So that's what I was thinking about that. I grabbed some tuna just to have on hand. I don't like tuna, but my family says they do. I don't know, this is honestly the first time I've ever bought tuna. But I thought with all my kids being home, having something like this, I could make quick tuna sandwiches or casserole or something. They would like that. My husband would like that for his lunches, since I have to now make sure I'm packing him lunches every day. This is another thing you had to buy 2, and that's okay because I use this all the time when I cook, and I thought when I run out of onions and I don't have a ton of onions, that our food can always get garlic. 2-pack of peanut butter because it always comes in a 2-pack. Again, this had to be in a 2-pack of mayo. That's okay. Again, we will go through that really fast with recipes and sandwiches and different things. So I just wanted to show you that. Oh, I also, a couple things not listed here was oil, canola oil. The 2 like big 2-pack it comes in, 2 things of maple syrup, and 50 pounds of dog food. Yes, they ship me 50 pounds of dog food for free, and I do not have to wrangle that around besides dragging it into my garage. I will have to say this took about 2 weeks to come. I had no idea what the shipping was going to be. This was kind of my experiment. I didn't know. It took about 2 weeks to come, and that's okay. I understand things are crazy and busy right now. It probably would have come a little bit sooner, but we did have bad like blizzard weather, and the trucks weren't able to drive, and our driveway wasn't plowed out, so nobody could get to us for a couple days. That's why it took a little bit longer. But I think if you have the Sam's Plus membership, totally check it out, especially if there's like things that you can wait on, but you know you want, like coffee. So you're not out of coffee yet, but you're gonna want it, or mayo, or peanut butter, or 50 pounds of dog food. I would really suggest doing it that way. Again, keeps you out of the store and stuff just comes to you and it's magic. I have really considered that when this is all said and done, I may never go to a store again. Seriously. When 50 pounds of dog food is delivered to my door, why would I go to the store again?